from Lego Buff Productions. Here's the first episode of my new series, How to Pack Lego. And in this episode, I'll be showing you how to prep your sets. Now, over the course of the next 3 episodes, these are all the materials you will need. So you'll need bubble wrap, and there's 2 different types you can get. Either just a giant roll of unending bubble wrap, which is what this is right here. It's just a giant sheet of bubble wrap wrapped around a lot. And this is near the end of it. And then you can also get it perforated, which is what's in this box. And every 12 inches, there's a perforation where you can easily tear it off. And that will be good for smaller sets. You'll also need a paintbrush. This will be for dusting. And the smallest Ziploc bags you can find. I have the snack size right here. And then also, the final thing you'll need is packing tape. Now, you can find on this large dispenser, or they have those mini ones you can buy. Now, without further ado, let's get on with prepping the sets. Here are the 3 sets that I'll be showing you how to pack up, and I'll go through each of the steps with you guys. So the first is this Lego City police car. The next is the Lego Star Wars Republic fighter tank. And the Tower of Orthanc. Now, the reason I've chosen these 3 sets is because each has a unique shape, but there's many other sets similar to these. So, we'll start off with the police car. The 2 things you'll need are your plastic bags and your paintbrush. So first, what you're going to do is use the paintbrush to dust off your set. A lot of your sets may be on display, and you definitely want to have them nice and clean for when you unpack them, so they really shine when you put them back on your shelves or back on your mocks, wherever you're going to do with them. So you're just going to lightly go over, not like that, just nice and easy. Kind of brush over all the parts where you see any dust. A lot of times the wheels get very dusty, especially if they're on dusty shelves. You're going to go like that. And any other part you see that is dusty. Now, when you're done with that, you're going to kind of feel around, and when you're building the set, you can kind of figure out which parts might fall off very easily. So these sets are relatively strongly attached right now. The only part that's really loose is inside of there. You can see all those contents already spilled out in there. So that's okay though, because these doors close. So I'm just going to leave that like that. And then what I can do on top here is, because this is pretty secure, I'm just going to fold this light down and then fold this light down on the back here, because you want it to be as compact as possible. So now this set is all prepped to be packed. Next up, we go on the fire tank, which is more of your kind of odd shaped set. And a lot of the Star Wars sets are kind of shaped in odd ways, and the packing is similar for all those. So this one, again, you want to dust off. Again, just nice and easy. Go over all the parts where bricks are showing. And also, you don't want any dust to get stuck on the tape and all that stuff. Just gets very annoying. So it's just nice to dust them off. All around the back there and on the front, and you can see a piece already flew off. So when you're dusting, some pieces might fly off, or if you just know what the loose pieces are, just be ready to take those off. So what you're gonna do is set it down, take off all the loose pieces. So I'm actually gonna take off this whole turret piece because it's very loose. I'm gonna take a plastic bag, go ahead and put the turret piece in there. Also put the antennas in there. These are very loose. In these compartments, which open relatively easy, there's these guns. I'm just going to take them out just in case. There's only one, I guess. And then you can kind of just shake the set around and see if there's any other parts that you feel that are unstable. But this should be good to go now. And you're going to make sure to keep the bag with the set, because you don't want to lose the pieces that go on the set there. So now we have 2 sets down. And finally, we go on to Orthanc. So there you can see I have taken out all of the spiky pieces. Now there are a few pieces that are still loose on here, like these are very fragile and they fall off very easily. So I'm also going to take all of these off, just because when these end up being finally packed, which will be the 3rd episode of this series, you don't want to lose some pieces in the bin and then you may never be able to find them again. So you always want to make sure you take off any pieces that have or are at risk of falling off while in transport. So that pretty much does it after I take these off right there for all the fragile pieces on Orthanc. The rest of it is relatively stable. You can even do like a tip test if you tilt it to the side. If there's any loose pieces still, they should fall out, and you can go ahead and pack those away. The key is make sure you still have the instructions for your set. If you don't, they are online, just in case you forget where some of these smaller pieces go. Alright, so now our sets are dusted off, and all the pieces that are at risk of falling off are in those plastic bags. Tune in next week to find the next episode where I'll show you how to wrap the sets in bubble wrap. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out my channel for some other awesome LEGO videos, and have a great day.